everyone and welcome back. My name is Maggie Ann Martin and today I am bringing you a 10 for 12 video. So if you know Steve over at the Lawn Gnome, you know that he does these all the time, taking 12 minutes to describe a top 10 of a certain topic. And today's 10 for 12 topic a bunch of us booktubers are participating in, and that is our 10 favorite franchise authors. And this could be an author who has literally published 2 books or an author who has published a bunch in a bunch of different series. So it is really open-ended and I'm excited to see who everyone else has chosen. Number 1 for me is J.K. Rowling. I will read anything and everything that she comes out with, even under her pen names. Harry Potter was such a formative book for me, and she is my author crush forever and always. So I will always pick up a book by her in a heartbeat. Number 2 is a more recent author crush. One that I was very late to the game on, and that is Becky Alberti. She wrote Simon versus the Homo sapiens Agenda and The Upside of Unrequited, and I actually read them out of order. I read The Upside of Unrequited, freaking loved it, and then picked up Simon since, like, A, there's going to be a movie, and B, I absolutely adored her writing. I love the way that she can describe like mundane everyday things in a way that feels still like fun and uses a fun tone, but like has this like deeper resonance and meaning. And I aspire to be Becky Alberti. I freaking love her writing. Third for me is Sarah J Maas. I just love her books so much. They are completely addicting. The Throne of Glass series got me started on it all, but slowly the A Court of Thorns and Roses series has turned into my favorite, especially currently as I film this. I am almost done with Akawar. I have not finished it yet at this point, but when this gets uploaded, I will definitely be done. I'm going to New York tomorrow, so yeah, if you might have seen that on my Instagram story. Here's a plug. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I post Insta stories all the time, and you get some behind the scenes looks into my life with writing and the books that I'm reading and being sent. So that link is down below if you would like to check it out. Okay, 4th on the list for me, I remembered because her newest book just came out and I'm obsessed with her, and that is Jenny Han, the author of All the Boys I Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You, and then Always and Forever, Laura Jean. I also love her writing style and aspire to write like Jenny Han. Next on the list is Rochelle Mead. I fell in love with her books when I read Vampire Academy like 10 years ago, and since then we had the Bloodline series, and she's had 1 or 2 other books come out since, Soundless, I believe. But yeah, I have been a huge fan of her writing for a very long time, and I'm always excited when I see that something new has come out from her. Next on my list is a friend of mine. If you are new to this channel or new to me as a human, you don't know her, but if you have been following me, you know her, and you know her book just came out, her newest book, and that is Stormy Smith. She wrote the wonderful Bound series. The first book in the series is called Bound by Duty, and I absolutely adored those books. And she recently had her first contemporary, it's mature YA, so it like crosses that line between YA and NA, but it definitely reads more like a YA, and that is called Who She Was, and it's set in Des Moines, Iowa, which is my hometown. So I absolutely love her books, and I love her as a human, so definitely go check that one out. It's only $3.99 right now on Amazon, and you can get it on Kindle Unlimited, so yeah, it's a great book. I absolutely love it. Alright, next I'm throwing it back a little bit. My next one is Cassandra Clare. I devoured her books. I think they started coming out 10 years ago too. So long ago, and I'm still enjoying her books. with the Shadowhunter Academy. I'm still enjoying them. I'm still eating them up. She has a very addictive writing style. And I'm still gobbling it up even at the age of almost 24. So yeah, I can't do a video like this without mentioning Cassandra Clare. Next on my list is actually a fellow Swoon sister. She's published by Swoon Reads, and that is Sidney Andrews, and she wrote Love, Lies, and Spies, Duels and Deception, and then her next book, Suitors and Sabotage, will come out next year, and that cover is freaking gorgeous. And if you don't know this about me, I'm a huge Jane Austen fan, and so her books are very in that same vein, only they're amped up by these heroines that get entangled in different situations with like espionage and courtship and like things Jane Austen would have experienced, but like on crack. Like, they're so good and so addicting, and I haven't read anything like them in the YA space that I've enjoyed so much, and it makes for a very interesting read. So I would highly recommend those books, and I'm very excited for Suitors and Sabotage to come out next year. Next on the list for me is Morgan Rhodes, who's the author of the Fallen Kingdom series. You can tell that there's a little bit of a pattern here that I really enjoy long fantasy series that stay in a world for a long time, and this one is no exception. And finally, I gotta bring it back to my homegirl, Stephenie Meyer, who kind of started it all for me, as in she started me like being obsessed with YA, and let's be real, she kind of started the young adult genre. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, after her books came out, YA became huge. So even if you did not like the series, or you like to deny that that series had no impact on your life whatsoever, it totally did. And I totally bought The Chemist when it came out, because that little fangirl part of me is still ticking. It's still right in there, and I don't think it will ever die. There was a time in my life where I would go on Stephenie Meyer's website and listen to the music that she recommended and read the books that she recommended. One of the books that she recommended once was The Hunger Games. And so I have like a first edition of The Hunger Games, like during its first run, because Stephenie Meyer recommended it. So she was very influential on me during that part of my life when I read her books. And so I'm obviously going to buy whatever she comes out with next, like, no matter what people say about her books, and no matter how I feel now going back and reading the books, I will support her because she was such a formative part of my reading experience. Well, that's all, folks. If you want to see other videos of people who are participating in this collaboration, I have them linked down below. Be sure to go check Steve out, because he is the one who has created this entire tag and does it regularly. Yeah, if you want to, like I said earlier, if you want to check me out on Instagram, if you want to follow me on Twitter, just anywhere on the internet, on the interwebs, I have it linked down below. If you did not know, I am the author of The Big F, which is being released by Swoon Reads at the end of August 29th, and it'll be in bookstores everywhere. So if you want to add that to your Goodreads TBR, or if you want to check out the playlist that I've made for The Big F, I also have that linked down below. So as always, thank you for stopping by my little book nook of the internet, and I will see you next time. Bye.